1 second, I'm just trying to load the chat up on my phone. Makes things a little bit easier throughout the stream for me to read chat, see what y'all are saying. Yeah, I'll see what I can do about Thursday. I'll most likely be able to make it happen, but yeah, that's about as far as I can go regarding that. Why is my computer freaking out? Oh yeah, it's a good deal. 1 sec. Yeah, if I do end up going live with Marvel, I'll hit you up for sure. I just want to make it a day where a bunch of people end up playing, because you know I'm not trying to play the entire time, of course. I'd much rather just broadcast a bunch of other people playing, especially ones that don't really get airtime at all. So that's what I'm here for. Let's see. Actually, yeah, do Venom. Do Venom playthrough. If anybody can let me know how everything's sounding and looking, I'd very much appreciate that. I kind of just did all the mixing like offhand, so I haven't done any testing prior to going live. So yeah, I'm playing some Separation Anxiety right now. If you haven't seen this game before, if you haven't played it before, it was released on the Genesis and the Super Nintendo back in the day. I don't have any extra capture cards on me to sell. The only one I had was an AverMedia that I sold a few months back, so unfortunately I don't have anything for you. So you might have to check up eBay, though you'll get a pretty decent deal if you're patient. So that's where I got my AverMedia from. So that's my words of wisdom for you. Yeah, since I've updated like basically my entire capture setup just a few months ago, so. But anyway, as I was saying, this came after Separation, or not Separation, sorry. Separation Anxiety came after Maximum Carnage. A lot of people remember that one because it came from LJN, who's more so infamous nowadays due to AVGN's reviews on their games that they published. This is supposed to be a sequel to that game, or at least it was advertised as such. And it's underwhelming for a lot of reasons, right? So the graphics definitely took a downgrade from from Maximum Carnage to Separation Anxiety. Everything's downscaled a lot, but I will say that Separation Anxiety has more fluid animations for sure. You know, you're definitely lacking that the large, you know, very well detailed sprites, relatively speaking, that Maximum Carnage had, for smaller sprites that end up having better animations. So you kind of get a trade-off in that respect, and you know that can make it or break it depending on who you ask. In my opinion, I kind of like the larger detailed sprites that Maximum Carnage had, personally, but I guess I would lean towards indifferent in this case. The music, it's a little bit underwhelming. Like this time, the music takes a more, what should I say, more electronic approach compared to Maximum Carnage, whose soundtrack was mostly rock, and like obviously took a lot of inspiration from a lot of well-known, artists. So, like Black Sabbath, for instance. So, depending on who you ask, again, some people don't really care for the soundtrack in Separation Anxiety. I kind of like it. I mean, definitely not more than Maximum Carnage per se, but it still holds on its own. It still has its own merit and its own charm. But I won't say that I thoroughly like the soundtrack over Maximum Carnage, without a doubt. So, all in all, like, as far as beat-em-ups go, this is probably, like, maybe mid-tier. I wouldn't say, like, bottom of the barrel, but there are definitely better ones than this out there, for sure. What else was I gonna say? The biggest draw to this game, around the time that it came out, and really the only thing that it has over Maximum Carnage, is the co-op feature. You can actually play 2-player simultaneous co-op in this game, unlike Maximum Carnage. It's something that would be nice to have in Maximum Carnage, but I can kind of see why they didn't make that happen. I don't know, it just seems like having both Spider-Man and Venom on the screen at the same time with their large sprites can definitely take up a lot of real estate. But in this game, you can play as both Spider-Man and Venom. Either player can choose which character they want to play as from the start. So, there's that. That's, like I said, probably the only thing that this has over Maximum Carnage for sure. Also, the game is called Separation Anxiety, and if you don't know already, there is a comic book series, a Venom comic book series that is titled Separation Anxiety. Now, you would think that they based this game off of that same comic book series, but they actually didn't. And I did this, well, I read on Wikipedia saying that wasn't the case. And before I did that, I had a comic book shop that's, 10 minutes away from me, and I still do. And I was there one day, and I was looking through the Venom section, and they had a full series of Separation Anxiety issues. I think it was like a 5-issue story. And so I bought the whole set. I think it was like $25. And I read through it, and I realized like the story was entirely different in the comic books that they were telling you in the game. In the comics, it was basically I can't remember what I had a brain fart there, but I can't remember exactly after which event that took place. But it begins with Eddie Brock being separated from his symbiote at the Life Foundation, if I remember correctly. And so what ends up happening is the other symbiotes, Venom's children, so to say, end up freeing Eddie and the symbiote, or symbiote, however you want to pronounce it, from the Life Foundation. And so then they end up freeing him. And somewhere along the way, Venom's children end up going all crazy. And I think Scream, the orange-colored symbiote, ends up killing all the others. For whatever reason. I can't remember, it's been so long since I've read that story. But that's basically what happens in the comics. In this, all it really amounts to is Venom wanting to kill Carnage at the end. Like, he just wants to, kill his son, basically. And so, realistically, like, this game is actually based off of I think it was Venom's first standalone story, which was Lethal Protector. I actually still have the full set around here somewhere. It's actually in my closet. So, if you want to read what this game is supposed to be about, then you definitely want to check out Lethal Protector. For what it's worth, it's a pretty decent story. And it's probably one of Venom's more iconic covers on the first issue. Oh, how did that not hit him? That's so weird. Yeah, hit detection I mean, it was already kind of questionable in Maximum Carnage. It was definitely weird. In this game, like, I don't know if they really try to do anything to fix it. It's really just weird. Like, sometimes, like, the last hit of your combo just won't connect. It's questionable. It's really funky, the way these games handled any sort of collision detection. So, yeah. Now, you'll notice, if you haven't played this game already, a lot of these levels, after the first one, drag themselves on a little bit longer than they probably should have, in my opinion. Maximum Carnage's stages were about, you know, a decent, you know, length. You know, they weren't too long. Most of them weren't, like, super short, or at least the ones that mattered weren't short, you know, so... You know, the stage designs and, you know, just overall the course of in which levels you take in Maximum Carnage definitely felt a lot more fluid than they do in this game. Because, yeah, after the first level in this game, you know, first level in this game, you know, decent length, right? So, after that, you know, the second level just... You know, if you paid attention, sorry, definitely felt like just way too long for what it was supposed to be, you know. And you're just traversing through, you know, what seems to be like the longest bridge in, you know, the entire planet, you know. So, you know, that's one of like the drawbacks of this game, you know. The level designs aren't very, they just don't seem very inspired, you know. I mean, not to say that Maximum Carnage didn't have a ton of diversity itself, but it definitely had more than this game. You know, like here you're kind of, you know, fighting through a jungle. The level before you were, you know, going through a bridge. Before that, you know, they went with the street, which obviously, anybody who's playing Maximum Carnage is familiar with that level. It uses not the same assets, but, you know, definitely looks familiar. Right, so these level designs are kind of weird. When you get to the middle of the game, once you start infiltrating like the Life Foundation and stuff like that, then like they definitely look very samey, and so definitely get stale after a while. Now, one thing that I will say, and this is probably just, I guess this is like subjective. This game is definitely a lot easier than Maximum Carnage, for sure. The boss fights, they aren't like a total pushover for the wrong reasons. Well, they're a pushover for different reasons, right? So, they're not like, you don't really have to deal with characters like Demo Goblin or Carrion like you did in Maximum Carnage, and those are a pain in the ass, you know, don't get me wrong. Some of these bosses, the only ones that I really like hate fighting are Riot, which is the black symbiote that you fight at the end of this level, actually, and probably the boss from the second level. And actually, another one I would say is, I can't remember their names, but you fight them, you know, in the middle of the game. And they're the ones that shoot the lightning bolts. And so those are, man, not a huge fan of those. Yeah, I figured you would stop in, man. What's up? See, like, this is an annoying boss fight. I hate it so much. Yeah, so, like, I don't even know if it's possible to get, like, an actual combo on him. Kind of just have to do shoulder charges and jump kicks, I feel. It's really dumb. Oh my goodness. Yeah, who knows? I'm not sure if I can actually make it to the end of this. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, see. See, this is rough. There we go. Oof. Got me just before. And see, that's another problem with this game too, is if you get game over, you gotta start all the way from the beginning. Right? Maximum Carnage, you just start off at the level that you die at. Here, it's totally brutal. Right? So I have to go to the first 2 levels over again. Yeah, no, it's not a very good game. I mean, like I said before, I think it's like mid-tier as far as beat 'em ups go, on the system at least. It's definitely not bottom of the barrel. I'm sure, like, you know, there are worse ones out there on the Super Nintendo, but this is I don't know. It's definitely like, it kind of feels like a love it or hate it kind of deal. So Maximum Carnage is definitely the better of the 2. I will not debate anybody on that, for sure. Now, if I do end up getting another game over on this, which, man, that would suck. Who knows? I'll probably just switch over to Maximum Carnage, because that's definitely a game I'm more familiar with, and I'm, you know, capable of doing a 1cc run on. This, and it's weird too, because I played this game for the first time a couple months ago in years, and I was able to 1cc it, like, from start to finish. Like, I've taken some deaths, but yeah, I never got a game over in this game, right? Which is weird, because, like, Carnage in this game definitely doesn't feel like a pushover like it does in Maximum Carnage, for sure. Let's see, Final Fight 3, I haven't actually touched, to be honest. But, like, to be totally honest though, like, I haven't felt a huge draw from Final Fight series, like, in general. So, as far as, like, favorite beat 'em ups on the system, Ninja Warriors is definitely on that list. I'd probably say it's at least, like, top 3. Oh my goodness. Jeez. Yeah, I forgot how ridiculous, like, the AI can be in this game. Like, they're not necessarily, like, difficult, but they're just annoying. See, like, those guys, like, they jump full screen. Like, last game they did not do that. They would, like, jump at you from a couple of feet away, which, you know, totally fair. I can get it. But this game? Man. Like, they just come at you with everything. Jeez, I'm not trying to grab anyone right now. Whew. I'll definitely give Final Fight 3 a chance, for sure. Oh, jeez. Yeah, because I mean, like, as far as, like, beat 'em ups like that go, I was definitely a fan of, like, Streets of Rage, like 1 and 2. I've only beaten 2. I haven't beaten 1 yet. And, like, 3, eh. I mean, I have a friend that, like, swears by that game. It's, like, his favorite in the series. Me personally, 2 is the best. Definitely feels the best. And, you know, definitely has some of the best music that the Genesis can offer, so. Let me see. Yeah, I mean, like, I remember back in the day when I actually had a copy of this. We're talking probably, geez, like over 10 years ago at this point. I mean, I used to love it as a kid. I mean, in retrospect, I can't tell you why. Honestly, I can't. But I used to really like this game. Like, I was playing it like almost every day. It was just super weird. I think, yeah, there was at one point where we had either a Super Nintendo card for this, or we had the PC version. Like, it was really, like, I can't even, I think we still have the PC disc around here somewhere, but, I mean, like, I'm not gonna go out of my way to locate that. Oh my goodness. Jeez, I feel like grab range is a little bit longer in this game too. I'm pretty sure I don't need to be like super close like I used to be in, like I used to have to be in Maximum Carnage. See, like this, like all this filler, like is just so unnecessary. Like I'm not sure why they did this. And the thing is, like, I don't even think it's the same team that did it. I mean, I'm sure that LJN didn't publish this, and I think Software Creations were the ones that did Maximum Carnage. I'm not sure if they did this game. For all I know, it could be done by a different development studio. Yeah, dude, like, separation anxiety is a trip, man. I'm already like on my second like quote unquote playthrough because I got a game over on the 3rd level at the boss. One of the most annoying bosses in the game. That's why I feel like that's the case. Like, there's just so much filler, like you have to you have to sift through just to progress through the level. It's weird. I'm not sure why they did this. If you're talking about the 3rd level boss, you're talking, Riot. Yeah. It's the Black Symbiote. Alright, that's cool. I think last time I came in here with like 2 lives, so this is looking decent. And then like even the common enemy variety kind of gets very stale after a while too. Like Maximum Carnage definitely had more variety because, like, you know, some of the common enemies were, you know, bosses that you faced in previous levels. Here, not so much. You know, especially like once you get towards the middle of the game, these are the only guys you end up facing. Sometimes you have to deal with like robots that you end up finding, you know, towards that, you know, section of the game as well. But yeah, the vast majority of the common enemies you'll see from here on out are these guys. They're just gonna have different color palettes. Yeah, I think Riot's easily the most annoying symbiote boss fight you have to deal with. After that, it's every other one like just seems much easier in comparison. That being said, like, I don't think any of the boss fights in this game are very fun to deal with. I mean, like, I don't consider most of the boss fights in Maximum Carnage to be fun, but at least they were, you know, engaging. At least, like, in this game, it's like, man, like, there's no real strategy. You just kind of get your one hit in, and then you have to wait. Yeah, I mean, in this game, they definitely do feel like a chore, for sure. Like they're just not fun. In this game, yeah, like Carnage is definitely not as much of a pushover as he is in Maximum Carnage. That being said, like the final level where you end up, you know, fighting Carnage, it feels very underwhelming. Like once you finish the whole game and you beat Carnage, like it's just, I don't know. I never really felt accomplished doing so. Yeah, no, I mean that's definitely a problem that I had with Maximum Carnage. Like, you know, that whole game, you had to go through, geez, like 4 or 5 boss rushes. Like, it was insane how many times you had to face like all the major bosses over and over again. So, but yeah, I mean that is how it was in the comics for sure. Because like if you read, like I even have the Maximum Carnage series in comic book form, and I mean they just all keep rematching each other, which is crazy. But yeah, like it was definitely like it was definitely better in like game form than it was in comic book form. It was like taking a summer action movie and putting it in comic book form, so it doesn't really make for a great story. See, like this, yeah, like this is what I have to do, like, just to ensure that, you know, I get out of this level. Wow, I'm surprised I landed that. It usually doesn't let you grab them. It's weird. Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely not a fun boss fight at all. So. But yeah, I mean, like I was saying earlier in the stream, I can definitely see like why people don't like the art style of this compared to Maximum Carnage, because in Maximum Carnage, you know, you had like the big, you know, relatively well detailed sprites, you know, and they look pretty good for what they were, you know. In this game, like, you kind of sacrifice all of that, but at the same time, you get better animations, like, you get more fluid animations, right? Animations in Maximum Carnage, like, you know, to be real, like, they weren't the best looking. They weren't as smooth. But, I mean, whether or not to say that's, you know, a trade-off, you know, worth, you know, going through, I mean, that's up to you. That's your call. Personally, I'm a little bit indifferent. I do prefer, you know, Maximum Carnage's art style. But, I mean, this, you know, I can see the merits of their art style in this game. Oh, hold on one sec. Alright. It's my bad, guys. Yeah, elevator level is it's kind of weird. I think this is where the boss, the guy who shoots lightning bolts at you, like basically the gender bent shriek comes into play, and you have to start dealing with him in like almost every level after this. It's really stupid. But yeah, it's gonna be, you know, another one of those annoying bosses in the game, for sure. Yeah, like I was saying, like hit detection in this game is pretty wonky. Like they didn't fix a lot of Maximum Carnage's like true gameplay issues. I mean, in some cases they definitely made it worse. So it's like, I don't know, he's like a combination of Shriek and Nightwolf from Mortal Kombat 3. I don't know. Or maybe Jade, I don't know. He's just totally like invulnerable when he's in that stance. It's so dumb. Like, what is this? What is he doing? I don't understand. Oh my god. It's so dumb. Oh my gosh. That is a terrible boss. And definitely this is, of course, a remix of Maximum Carnage's theme. Well, not the theme of the game, but, you know, one of the stage themes. Which was a cover of Carnage Rules, if I remember correctly. I don't know, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, dude, I mean, that boss is weird, man. Like, she's got some weird animations. Like, I'm surprised I had it that easy. Alright, cool. And I think this is where I first fight Scream. At least, yeah, I think it's Scream, because Agony is the purple one, if I remember correctly. Ugh, excuse me. Yeah, it's, overall, this game is a little bit easier than Maximum Carnage, because, like, it's very generous with, extra lives. Like, you know, in what beat 'em up does, you know, the first level give you 2 extra lives? Oh, Phage is orange. Okay. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that's the one I fight in this level. Just wakes up Lariat, man. Goodness. What is this? Jesus. It's got like a teleport kick, man. It's insane. Oh. Alright. That wasn't terrible. Assists are still in this game, but they're definitely... There's definitely a lot less than we're in Maximum Carnage. In this game, I think you only get... What is it? Daredevil, Hawkeye, Ghost Rider, and maybe one more Captain America, I think? I think that was it. I mean, yeah, even if I am missing a couple, there are definitely less in this game than in Maximum Carnage. It's like Maximum Carnage, you had Cloak and Dagger, the Sonic Gun assist, you had Captain America, Iron Fist, Deathlock, and I think that was it. Oh, Firestar. Yeah. And Black Hat. So yeah. Yeah, Deathlock, I did mention him before. Yes, there are, I guess, like, there are secret rooms in this game, but, like, they're not entirely secret. I think they're just, you know, given to you, basically. Oh, yeah, Maximum Carnage did have Morbius. I forgot about him. I forget about him because I barely ever use him, that's why. Even though he benefits Venom, who is what I usually play when I play Maximum Carnage. Yeah, he's a lot of, like, he works when you use Venom, not Spider-Man. Like, well, it's different between the two. Because, I mean, he just distracts everybody if you're using Spider-Man. But yeah, I mean, either way, he's definitely one of the weaker assists in the game. I'd say him, and then maybe Iron Fist is probably like second weakest in the game. Yeah, did Cloak even have like, the Cloak's functionality even differ between whether or not you use Spider-Man or Venom? Because I'm not sure I ever noticed the difference between either two characters being used whenever you use Cloak. Yeah, see, that's the first Ghost Rider assist, which, yeah, I think they all do pretty well. Oh, I can soft lock the game? That's weird. Like, I know there's a glitch where, like, you can kind of teleport multiple screens if you use the Cloak Assist, which is like a common speedrunning trick, which looks pretty cool. Oh, jeez. Oh, I see, I see. Okay. Yeah, 'cause I mean, yeah, I don't know if it is an insta-kill if you use Venom, so I'd have to do some homework unless, like, somebody already knows. Yeah, Cloak Warping, yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about trying to get in the speedrunning Maximum Carnage, but I think I'd rather practice Mega Man X2 for speedrunning for right now. Because I'm still making some progress in that game. Yeah, I mean, like, honestly, like, I kind of grind Maximum Carnage for sure. Oh, he doesn't? Okay. Okay, he definitely doesn't for sure on bosses, though. But he will, like, instant kill, like, the common enemies, for sure. Because I know that happens. Okay, yeah, this is a weird section of this level. Like, it kind of mixes you up. Sees if you've been paying attention. Alright, so now I go up this elevator. Trying to, like, dash. Cabernator? To be honest, I'm not sure if I heard of that. I gotta look into that one. Cybernator? Nice. Yeah, yeah, I mean, Maximum Carnage definitely seems like a fun game to speedrun, but, I mean, just having to deal with those boss fights is really annoying. Like, I already have a decent strategy for fighting Carnage, like the last two fights, but, yeah. I just hate fighting Demo Goblin with a passion. And you gotta deal with these two guys. Jeez, yeah. They definitely nerfed Captain America, for sure. Captain America used to do a decent amount of damage. I'm not sure how well he did against bosses in Maximum Carnage, but a lot better than this, I'm sure. Ah. Yep, see, I gotta deal with this again. Ah, really? You just anti-aired me? Like, that's crazy. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I just feel like they nerfed the assist in general in this game. Yeah, it's another one of those like multiple path levels, which I don't know. This is like such a very like claustrophobic level too. You really only have so much space to work with. Let's see here. Ah, almost. Alright. Jeez. That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, like, these things aren't, like, as bad in separation anxiety, but, like, you get the tougher, like, rolling robots. Yeah, those things are brutal. Let's see, hold on one sec. Oh, actually, go here. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the robots in these games, it's funny too. They just reuse the same sound effects. All right. There we go. Okay. All right. Boss fight time. Let's see, what am I facing here? Oh, Riot again? Okay, Riot and Breach. Oh, you can't call assist in here, that's right. Ah. Oh, Riot and Scream, okay. Yeah, I keep mixing the names up. Jeez. Alright, come on. Ah! God damn it. Jeez. Let's see, yeah, my favorite symbiote would be, actually, I don't know if I can really say what my favorite is, absolutely. I'd definitely say, like, my top 3 would be, like, out of the ones that I do know, because, like, there are, like, a lot of the others I don't really know much about, like, Toxin, I don't know much about that one, but, like, I would definitely say, like, Venom, Carnage, and Lasher. I don't know, Lasher's design just always looked pretty cool to me. Okay, get the first Daredevil assist. Yeah, dude, he's crazy. Yeah, I do remember reading about Toxin being the son of Carnage. That's like really about all. Like, I can't even remember like what his abilities are, to be honest. I don't know if it's essentially the same as Carnage's or if he got anything new. I think he's supposed to be more powerful than Carnage, right? Oh, jeez. Alright. Long hallway of nothingness. There we go. Yeah, see, like, these robots are a lot tougher than the orbs. Oh, I see. I mean, that makes sense. I'm not gonna be playing Marvel tonight. I might go live with Marvel Thursday night. Cause like I know Ironic was in the stream earlier when I first started. He was asking if I wanted to play Marvel Thursday, so I might end up doing that. I might end up playing a set or something live. But ideally, I'm gonna try to get a lobby going, just like last night, so it isn't just me playing all the time. Oh, come on. Sick. No, I mean, after this game, yeah, I'm not sure, like, what else I'll play. But yeah, I mean, yeah, as far as Marvel 2 is concerned, like, I'll be on that. I'm gonna definitely try my best to be on that Thursday. Jeez. Oh yeah, and this guy can shoot lightning bolts upwards. And he can fly. Like, both of these guys are gliding, like, oh my goodness. It's like taking Demo Goblin and then, like, making it, like, 10 times worse. Cheap Silver Surfer, yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, like, these bosses are just so uninspired, man. It's terrible. I don't understand. Man. Let's see. Ah. Ah, jeez. Yeah, I mean, it's like playing through a Wild Guns boss. Except less fair. Oh, Jesus. See, like, I'm like maxed out at lives. Like, they're so generous in this game. Because they know how much nonsense these guys give you, man. It's crazy. Yeah, like, the last attempt, I think I just had, like, just really bad RNG and no drops, so it definitely helps that it's the other way around this time. I mean, and even at that, like, who tosses grenades, like, you know, just a couple feet away from them? You know, like, if you're gonna toss a grenade, man, you better make sure that's, like, a mile away from you. Even if it's just like a stun grenade. Oh, jeez. Oh. Nah, they clearly don't. It's funny, but I don't know, man. This game is pretty kooky. Okay, I can't call assistant. Jeez, this assist is so slow. But at least it's somewhat effective, so. Ah, jeez, I'm not even paying attention. See, another thing I noticed too, I'm not sure like if I'm invincible throughout, if I was invincible throughout that entire like assist call, but I know if you get knocked down at maximum carnage and you call an assist, you stay laying down, so you don't have to worry about getting hit again. But in this game, you come back up, and it's just like why? Ugh. Jeez. Oh, this is page, okay. Yeah, I thought that was like one of the female symbiotes. Oh, what? Alright, come on. Really? Oh my gosh. There we go. Jeez, man, the guy just jumps around like nobody's business. I don't understand. I think this is another secret room. Ah. There we go. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I can need to scream. Hold on one sec. I'll be right back. Alright, there we go. I had to take the dog outside, so within the next few minutes I'll step back out, but I'll be back within, just a few seconds, so shouldn't be too much of a hassle. Yeah, Agony is the purple one. I do remember that for sure. Yeah, because I mean, like, I don't know if you were in the stream earlier, like around the time I started, but like, I was talking about how much different like the story in this game is from the actual comic book that's labeled the same thing, separation anxiety. Because like I bought the full set, a few years back, and I read it. I was like, wait, this is like nothing like the game, right? So, I did some research. Come to find out, like, this game is actually based on Lethal Protector, which I still have that series. And like the main reason I still have that issue, like all those issues, is like just for the cover of the first one. I mean, it's just one of the most iconic covers, if you ask me. Definitely one of Venom's best. Should have done that, paying attention to the game. Let's see. There we go. There we go. Ah. Oh, shit. Oh. No. There we go. Ah, jeez. Yeah, I figured that was the case in terms of continuity. Alright, be right back. Dog's at the door. Alright, cool. Alright, yeah, I think we're like within the third, like the last third of the game. That being said, I think we're still missing, what, like two more symbiotes? Or maybe just last year. Oh yeah, no, we're missing Agony as well, so. Because like all the Life Foundation bosses are taken care of. Yeah, Agony, yeah. God, it's like, and it's such a lazy recolor too of Scream. Oh my goodness. She's doing splits on me. Oh my goodness. Still wakes up with Lariat, but instead of a teleport kick, she just, man, she just does the splits on me, man. I honestly can't tell you why. Like, last year, obviously, is one of the more unique designs out of the five, right? Agony, I don't know, like, I guess, like, when I look at the color purple, like, I can see, like, you know, Agony coming to mind. I don't know, it's weird that I remember her for sure out of, you know, the others. Yeah, I mean, yeah, not sure. Well, I mean, I'm guessing the reason why is because otherwise, like, because if you play on co-op, you don't really have the real estate to display an entirely new life bar for an enemy or a boss, you know. So I could see why they had to ditch that. Jeez. Alright. Alright. What I gotta deal with here. Oh man, I gotta deal with it. Alright. Jeez. Yeah, I'm just gonna spam assist here because, like, I'm definitely not in the mood to have to deal with all this. Oh, really? Okay. Let's try Hawkeye. Ah! Alright, whatever. Oh, I gotta deal with this guy too? Man. Jeez. Oh, man. This is not looking good. Come on. Come on, don't die on me. There we go. Ooh. And he still comes back and picks me up. Let's see. Antiquarian Seagull. What's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for stopping by. Oh my goodness. Come on. Ah! This is not looking good at all. It might be maximum carnage time. Soon. Do I really have to fight this guy again? Oh! Goodness, no. Yep. Game over. And I'm not gonna start from the beginning all over again. That's so weird. I don't know why they did that. Like, maximum carnage, you didn't have to deal with that. But, yeah. Better luck next time. I will switch over. I will switch over to maximum carnage. It's a game I'm a lot more familiar with, for sure. Yep. Definitely a trap room. Actually, now that I'm changing the game, let me... Let's see here. Yep, I am playing on an actual Super Nintendo. I would show you the setup, but I'm not sure that my webcam has enough length in the cord to like reach around to show you guys the setup. But it is on legit hardware, so which is dope. Oh gosh, I'm like getting tied up in so many things at once. Yeah. Alright, cool. Yeah, SDS NES is great. Definitely worth the money. I mean, I understand why like some people will question it before, because it didn't support like a lot of the library at the time that it came out, especially. But now like it works with Super Effects games and SA1 games, so you can play games like Mario RPG, Star Fox, stuff like that, which is awesome. So I think it's totally worth it. If you consider yourself a Super Nintendo fan, definitely wait until like Black Friday. You'll definitely get a decent deal. Like the guy does like 10% off or something like that, 10-15% off on his EverDrives. So you know, if that's the kind of thing you're into, definitely check it out. Yeah, I do have the firmware update that allows for save states. I gotta like mess with that, cause like I was using it to like mess around with fighters and like just, you know, try to practice combos and stuff. But I don't want to have to use start to save the state, so I gotta like go in and change the codes. Oh yeah, Carry On is, he's annoying to deal with. But it's like, on his own, like, he's not terrible, but when you got, like, I don't know, Doppelganger, you know, pouncing all over you, stuff like that, you gotta deal with Carry On, like, you know, hovering above you, like, you know, like, he's about to steal your energy, like, that's so, like, annoying, and it's, like, nerve-wracking. Yeah, like it's night and day. Like the graphical differences between this and Separation Anxiety, like it's crazy. Yeah, so yeah, definitely this game is definitely better than Separation Anxiety, for sure. The only reason, like, I would probably recommend Separation Anxiety over this is, like, if you really want to play something that's, like, Spider-Man and co-op. Because you don't get that in this game, so... Which, I mean, now that I think about it, I mean, I don't know. It'd be nice to see, like, a ROM hack or something like that. That would feature co-op. Yeah, so I'm running RGB SCART from the console to an OSSC, open source scan converter, and that basically upscales it. It's the way the OSSC works. It's not like a traditional like upscaler. It just multiplies the amount of scan lines in the image, so it preserves that aspect ratio, but no processing lag. So it looks great on modern displays and VGA CRTs, which is what I'm playing on right now. Yeah, OSSC is a fantastic piece of hardware for sure. Well worth the money. Yeah, I skipped the secret room. Honestly, like, I'm at the point where I don't really need to go to the secret rooms. I've been able to 1cc this game without secret rooms. The only secret room that I really ever use now is the one in the Fantastic Four lab. And that's until, like, I can just go through the lights that hit you for whatever reason in that stage without any issues. But otherwise, I just use that secret room, and like as soon as I get in, I get out, just so I can get to the boss of that stage. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know, I practiced quite a bit for a while, so like that's kind of like how I was able to start 1cc in this game. Because it's like, I can't guarantee that I'll have like all 9 lives by the end of the game, but as long as I have like, you know, 3 going into the last 2 levels, like the Carnage fights, then I'm pretty straight. Unless Carnage hits me with some BS, then it's questionable after. Then, yeah, that might be it. Like, you know, that might, you know, end up getting me killed, because I always play as Venom whenever I play through this game, so who knows. I could probably try, you know, doing Spider-Man, you know, in another playthrough for sure. But I mean, like, if I play as Spider-Man the entire way through, yeah, who knows, actually. Because then, yeah, you get some of the harder levels. Oh yeah, yeah, the walk cancel infinites. Yeah, I got those. Ah, jeez, come on. Jeez. Yeah, even the girls are kind of annoying to deal with. Ah, jeez. I did not want to grab him. Oh, come on. Yeah, no, the whiplashes are stupid to deal with. It's like if you have to deal with like a crowd of enemies, and then like one of the biker girls is just chilling in the back, like she's basically free to just hit you with her hair. I hate it. Oh wow. Yeah, I mean, grab, yeah, that's not terrible. Definitely not ideal, but yeah. Oh, for real? Yeah, I'm not sure I ever heard of that. If grabbing giving you invincibility frames. That's pretty dope. Alright. Doppelganger and Shriek. The first of like a million of these fights. But just like in the comics though. Happens a lot. Wow. Oh, come on. There we go. Is that it for him? Oh, come on. These fights are just... They're just funny to deal with. Yeah. Goes Venom. Yeah, I know Venom's definitely like easy mode in this game. With the assortment of levels that he gets over Spider-Man. Yeah, I mean they definitely took a lot of the panels out in this game during the intermission sequences, which I guess is like okay, like if you just want to preserve the key points in the story. But you know, I mean, it's not like this whole arc or story. I don't know, like there wasn't any sort of like narrative or like real story. It was just action, you know. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure Spider-Man is definitely like the more faster route for sure. I don't know. I just always like playing Venom. But yeah, I mean, if I do end up picking this up as a speed game, for sure I'll, you know, just go Spider-Man all the way. I mean, you end up getting Cloak right away anyway, it's too, so, like, you're already good for the Cloak glitch. Man. Venom only run has its own category. Is it, like, I'd be surprised if that wasn't already a category. Oh, come on, get back here. Jeez. Really? Like, okay. I'll take that too. Oh. There we go. Yeah, there's only been a handful of times where I actually played through Spider-Man. At a majority of like the choose your character forks. That being said, I think I only played through the last couple of levels. Like, you know, the last time you can choose which character you want to play as. Pretty sure I've only played as Spider-Man like once at that point. Like for sure. It's like because like Spider-Man, you have to deal with those extra, like regular levels, and then Venom just kind of has to do Manhattan, or was it Manhattan Street 2, or no, shoot, I can't even remember the name of the level. But yeah, it's like you're just like 3 levels away from the end of the game, so. Yeah, there's a lot of cases where like the foreground can block what's on screen, and it's a really like weird, you know, stage design choice. Like, is there actually like a Venom only category? Because that'd be pretty interesting if there was. He looks unfazed. Even though I threw an entire dumpster on him. Oh, there's only any percent. Okay. I mean, I don't know. I guess I can kind of see why. I don't know. Because, like, even if you do Venom only, you end up playing both, right? So, because you're forced to play Spider-Man in the beginning. I don't know. Oh, Jesus. There we go. Ah, what? Turn around. Ah, there we go. Jeez, oh, 16 minutes? That's crazy. Yeah, I forgot the name of the guy who ran it at, what was it, SGDQ this year? I did watch that run. That was a pretty good one. Not paying attention. That's my fault. Okay, come on now. Stop blocking. Stop blocking, you coward. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, like Funk Doc is like OG in this game. I know that for sure. I've watched his runs before. Ah, come on. Yeah, like that's the thing. He's apparently like he used to be on SRK back in the day, but I don't know what he played really. Wasn't he like an Arcana Heart player or something? Oh shoot. Best theme in the game right here, man. The deep. Oh, shit. Nope. Come on. The hearts with hearts. There we go. Oh, did he? I see. Yeah, because I don't really know him like that. Come on. No! Just trying to get the hearts, man. Alright. Oh, no! Trying to get the dash. There we go. Jeez. Shoot. Oh, I thought she was gonna go up right when she got up. So yeah, not a terrible level. Could have ended up much earlier though. Third strike, yeah. Yeah, it's crazy how much of that site, like a lot of the forum posts, like just disappeared now. Especially a lot of the old Marvel 2 threads. Which, like, kind of reminds me, because it's like, you know, a lot of the Marvel 2 threads on SRK, like the older ones, like, you know, definitely had a lot of info, like, for character-specific stuff. And then, you never really saw that being transferred to the wiki, which is weird. Like, I never understood why. Like, the wiki has, like, some decent information for the God tiers, but that's about it. Like, none of the other characters really, like, got fleshed out. Oh yeah, that's funny. Wow. I mean, the orbs in this game are, I mean, they hit harder than in Separation Anxiety, if you ask me, I think. But they're not, like, too difficult to manage. I don't feel like they're a total pushover. Unless they start giving you stuff like this. Oh, come on. Oh. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, enemy management is super important. There we go. Yeah, no, that's absolutely true. See, like, I don't even know, like, the best way to really even fight this guy. So if I try to fight him on the ground, then he pounds me, and that takes like 75%. So I'm just like, oh, okay. One hit kill. Yeah, the secret room in this level is like, has some of the weirdest placement. Never understood. I mean, granted, like, most of the secret rooms have like really questionable placements and questionable ways to get to them, but still. Well, like I said before, like, the only reason I use the secret room in this level is just so I can get past what's it called? Like, through all the flashing lights that you have to walk through in this level. If you go through the secret room and you exit it, you bypass all of that, right? Now, I'm sure it's faster to not go through the secret room, but I don't have the timing to get past the electricity. Yeah, the electricity. Oh shit! All right, now I gotta get the heart. Oh. Wow, I got lucky on that one. I was hoping. I almost had that critical hit too, man. No! Alright, just give me the kills. Like, now. Oh, there we go. Oh, come on, really? He's gonna miss her like that? Oh yeah, you can't grab on the rooftop. It's too cheap. Him. There we go. Yeah. No, Doppelganger is like, he's rabies incarnate in this game. I hate dealing with him. this is probably the most boring level in the game, if you ask me. It's like, you get the commoners, right? And then the boss is just like a boss rush of all the other, like, minor bosses. Like, I don't know. Like, why is this a thing? And then, like, the last wave is, like, the red trench coat guys. Really? And what makes them bad is, like, they can shoot you from full screen if you don't attack them. Like, it's just... I don't know. It's really dumb. Whack stage, for sure. Totally isn't necessary. Oh, come on, there we go. Yeah, I mean, the red trench coat guys have guns, and it's like, whatever. Ah, come on. Come on, Elmo. Ah. I feel like the umbrella guys are like worse than the biker girls, biker chicks. Like their attacks have longer range, I'm pretty sure. And like they're more prone to blocking, I think. Alright, let's see if I can get a double smash here. Nope. Aw, come on. Don't do me like this. Oof. Alright. Yeah, I think Elmo like appears like twice or 3 times in this game. It's weird. They just recycle the same names after a while. Oh, come on. Ah, I whiffed. That's why. Alright, I'll take that. Oh, and I'll take that heart too. Yeah, whatever. I thought I was in line. Okay. I was facing the wrong way, so that was a bad assist call on my part. That's for sure. Yeah, I'll call cloak. I know sometimes it gives me an extra life if I beat that boss. I don't know if it did just there. I didn't pay attention. Oh yeah, that's right. I gotta get Deathlock. There we go. Has anybody ever reached high enough to get the Firestar assist up there? That's seems like unreasonably high. I don't really need that art. Oh, really? Gosh, she's trolling me right now. Alright. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you can, but it's like while you're stuck dealing with all the bosses, like it seems like it's not even worth trying. Yeah. I know where this goes. Yeah, I mean, usually in that level I just go for Deathlock and then I'm fine. No, I'm not gonna do Statue of Liberty. Because I mean, that's basically considered a secret room too, so. Shoot, hold on one sec. Just enjoy the cinematic while I step out for a couple seconds. Alright. Let's see, Park Stage. Yeah, I did get that one. Prospect Park. Yeah, I did get that extra Sonic gun assist. Ah, jeez, come on, man. Hold on one sec again. Sorry, guys. There we go. Oh yeah, this is the best part. Just gonna chill here and call assists all day. There's usually supposed to be up to like 4 enemies on screen, so. Oh shoot. There we go. Let's see. This might be the last wave. I'm not entirely sure. Oh shoot. Whatever. Oh. Yeah, I'm calling on too early, I guess. Yeah, Captain America's actually a decent assist in this game. It's pretty funny. Oh, shoot. There we go. Ah, so close. Really? Oh no! Don't teleport on me now. Jeez. Oh, Captain America. I love you. Ah, jeez, come on. Alright. Bootleg Terminator. What? Did that really not? That's weird. Okay. Gotta bring the accuracy down. And here we go. Carnage fight. So 4 lives each character. I should be able to make this happen. I've been able to do it with 3, so oof, almost. Until he hits me with that, like that's like 100%. Oof. Okay. I thought I needed to like hit him like 2 more times. So yeah, that was a pretty decent fight. Now this is when he starts to go real crazy. Ah, okay. Oh, really? Jeez. This guy has no hit stun. Ah, I missed the dash. Try to jump kick him out of that. That didn't work. I thought that was like too early for the switch at first. Jeez, man, just stay still just a little bit. Oh, come on, I tried to switch. I guess the cooldown like lasts a little bit longer than I thought. Alright, that's oof. Yeah, I mean if I can't do like my combo in the shoulder charge, then I just settle for this. Which I mean if I have enough lives, totally doable. And that's it. Maximum Carnage. Yeah. 1 CC, no secret rooms. I mean, there's an exception, but I didn't really like reap the benefits of entering it, so. Yeah. I don't know, it's definitely like, as far as beat 'em ups go, it's kind of like a guilty pleasure because, I mean, there are definitely like better beat 'em ups out there than this, but I really enjoy playing it. So yeah, I mean, it's not too difficult. Like if you know like what to do in certain situations. Yeah, no, it's definitely a fun one. I used to have a complete in box copy, and then I sold it off a few months ago with the red cartridge. But yeah, I mean, I don't really, since I have my my flash card, all my boxes are just kind of like, or all my games are just kind of just chilling. So yeah, crowd control is definitely important for sure. There's definitely a lot of like instances where you can make things go faster if you can get like the double smashes. I think there's a way to manipulate, you know, where the enemies move to, so you can position yourself for that. I just haven't really put the time into making that happen. So, oh, you guys didn't get the red cartridge? You just got the gray one? That's crazy. I never actually. Yeah, because I don't remember ever seeing a PAL cartridge in red. I think you guys got the black cartridge for Killer Instinct though, right? Because I mean, yeah, I mean if you didn't get the red card for Maximum Carnage, I assume you didn't get the red card for Doom either. Which I mean, in that case, you're not really missing much because Doom on Super Nintendo isn't great. I mean, it was cool at the time, but yeah. Let's see. What else? What else should I play through, or at least put some time into? Here. If anything, I'll throw on some Wild Guns. Because this is a game I've actually been playing quite a lot recently. Because it's actually really fun. If you haven't played it before, and you're a fan of shooters, definitely try out Wild Guns. Cybernator? I never actually tried Cybernator. Here, you know what? Well, I'll give it a shot. Let's see, do I have it? Okay, I do. Oh, it's a Konami type? Okay. Interesting. Yeah, they re-released. Well, they kind of remade Wild Guns on PS4 and Steam and the Switch, I think. Wild Guns Reloaded, so you get more characters to play as. You could do, I think, up to 4-player co-op, and I don't know if they added more stages or bosses, but that's like the full extent of what I know about Wild Guns Reloaded. Let's see, Cybernator. Is this a beat 'em up or? I've never touched this game before, so we'll see what happens. Oh, actually I have seen this game before, but I never like... Yeah, I never actually played it. Oh my god. Alright. Jeez. Wait, how do I turn around? Okay. So So is there a dash or shoot? Jeez, this is crazy. I mean, it feels pretty good to play. Like, yeah, definitely not familiar with it though. Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. Ah. Oh, shoot. Okay. Yeah, R is for shielding. Cool. Oh, that's pretty dope. Come on. Yeah. Okay. Makes sense. Yeah, this is an interesting game, actually. Kinda like it. I might mess around with it some more. Oh, come on. There we go. Float. Yeah. Oh, jeez, come on. Here, actually, one sec. I gotta change the game being played on this. Is it? Cybernator. Is it really not like listed on YouTube? That is weird. Assault Suits Falcon. That's weird. Shoot. Ah! Oh, there we go. Oh, no! Come on, get up there. God, this is insane. Oh, jeez. Oh, okay. There we go. Jeez. These things hit hard. Insane. Am I like... Oh. Oh, jeez. Yeah, things are not looking good here. Shoot. Ah. Yeah, I blew like part of it up. Ah, man. Oh, I do have to drop down. Okay. So yeah, I didn't realize that the first time. There we go. Here, hold on one sec. Step out for a second or two. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I mean, it's not too bad. I like it. Hmm. Alright. Let's see here. I'll give this another go. Yeah, I just gotta get a better grasp on moving. Because like I have some trouble dashing, which, you know, I have no trouble saying if that's my fault. You know, it's something I gotta work on for sure. So. Oh yeah, I mean, new school Konami, yeah. I mean, it's fair to expect something like that. This should get like LucasArts to re-release Zombies Ate My Neighbors or something. Get like an online re-release going. So we do online multiplayer. That would be sick. Jeez. Alright, so gotta keep in mind that the gun can overheat. There we go. Oh, jeez. I can walk. Man, come on. There we go. Jeez. Oh. Ah, what? Oh! Jeez, I'm almost there, man. There we go. Jeez, that was a... Wow. That explosion. Yeah, I mean, pixel explosion. At least it's not a Mighty Number 9 explosion, you know. Looks more appetizing than pizza. Oh my gosh. Wait, okay, so... Oh, jeez. Oh, okay. Alright. So this is how we're playing it now. This is crazy. Wow. Alright, yeah. Wow. Yeah, I mean, the soundtrack is, you know, pretty decent. I mean, like, I have the speaker a little bit low, so it isn't feeding into the mic very heavily, but definitely not too bad. But yeah, this is definitely a game I could see myself investing a little bit more time into. I mean, it's fun for sure. I remember seeing this game because I watched one of the My Life in Gaming videos on. Oddly enough, it was on the Super Nintendo RGB episode, and this game was one of the ones being like showcased. So I was like, that looks pretty cool. And so, but now that I know what it is called, I'll definitely check it out some more. That's for sure. Yeah, definitely wasn't paying attention. That was my fault. Here, let's try. I mean, how long have I been streaming? About 2 hours almost. And we'll do about another 15 minutes. Yeah, let's try Ninja Warriors. Yeah, no, I wasn't paying attention. That was my fault for sure. But I mean, in due time though, I'll practice it. Now I'll try to run through it as best as I can during the stream in the future. So, yeah, Ninja Warriors is it's pretty great. Beat 'em up for sure. Yeah. Yeah, you basically fight as robot ninjas. It's pretty dope. I didn't really discover this until a couple years ago, actually. Because I watched a review on it. And honestly, like, out of the one playing, like, beat 'em ups, like, this is definitely one of the best of the bunch. Because, like, each character, each ninja has, like, a pretty decent assortment of moves that they can perform. And, the bosses are pretty cool. Just the overall design is just nice. Oh shoot, there we go. Yeah, I'm waiting for like the baby Wolverines. That was actually a lot easier than I expected. Not gonna lie. Those guys usually give me a lot of trouble. Because like they're small and they like to jump around a lot, usually. Oh shoot. There we go. Yeah, I mean this game, like, yeah, there's stage hazards too, and it's like they don't just affect you, they affect the enemies on screen too, so it definitely tries to make things fair. Ooh. There we go. Down, down, down. Jack 8. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a comparison I hear very often. That looks like Jack from Tekken. I mean, it's definitely similar. You're not wrong. Let's see. Ninja Warriors. I think that's what it is, yeah. 94. Yeah, the soundtrack in this game is great as well. I really like it. Honestly, a lot of Natsume games have very good soundtracks. You got this, you got Wild Guns. What is it? Gundam Wing Endless Duel. Another great soundtrack made by the same people. What else? even the Power Rangers games have pretty decent soundtracks as well. So, yeah, those guys were they definitely knew what they were doing when composing soundtracks. Oh, come on, I tried to, like, push him into you. But, it gave me a hard time. Jeez. There we go. Yeah, these Kabuki guys can get pretty annoying, too. If you don't know how to control them properly. Not saying that I do. Not today. Oh, jeez. Alright. Aha! Come on. I wanted to just do a string on him. There we go. I mean, I'm telling you, like, the soundtrack is pretty good for this game. Like, I even have the soundtrack downloaded, so... Yeah, I mean, yeah, some people refer to that enemy as like a kind of a wannabe Vega, which I can see. I usually think of like Slash Man from Mega Man 7. Definitely looks similar to that character. There we go. Another one. Yeah, there we go. Ah. Ooh, I almost had it. Oh, come on. There we go. Oh, the really skinny robot, Kamaitachi. It's a pretty good one. He's kind of like Spider-Man. Quickest one, but the weakest. Yeah, see, I like Kunoichi because I don't know if the other characters can really like grab the way that she does, because you can just charge like that. So I mean, if I were to look up speedruns for this game, she'd probably be the one that's being played. I'm not sure though. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Come on. Alright, this is where things are going to really start getting bad. If I don't get them all on one side. Favorite supervillain? Shoot, I'm trying to think here. Yeah, I gotta put some thought into that one. I mean, I suppose like Magneto would be up there. Oh shoot. Yeah, these guys are wild. Oh, come on. There we go. Oof, man. Yeah, I need some health like ASAP. Oh shoot. It's game over. I wouldn't consider myself a huge X-Men fan. Like, I haven't really read into a lot of the stories regarding the X-Men universe, but I do like a lot of the characters within that. So, you know, that's that. And I play Marvel, so I like Magneto and Marvel. Let's see. I'm in the Midwest, so yeah, I'm about like 12 hours from like the East Coast. So, I mean, we could try playing at some point, I'm sure. I mean, I can't really guarantee whether or not our connections will be stable, but I suppose we can try at some point. If anything, after this, we could probably just play online for a bit and then test it out. But it's up to you. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, 'cause I mean, I have, yeah, a lot of my connections with, like, the West Coast are pretty questionable. So I don't know if a lot of those guys just use Wi-Fi or if it's just the distance. So, that's definitely a plausible excuse. Yeah, I mean, I like some of the characters in X-Men, don't get me wrong, but I mean, I'm not like, I'd say I'm more of a fan of like Spider-Man or Iron Man over the X-Men, you know, so yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that I don't care for the X-Men, but yeah. I'm kind of just like I like the X-Men, but yeah, I'm not like a super fan by any means. Let's see. Yeah, we can try Kamai Itachi. Oh wow, they kept me at this part. That's good. Oh yeah, Ninja. Yeah, that's a pretty just lazy name, but it's funny too because like he weighs a ton. So like if you jump with him, like he basically hovers like with a jetpack. Like it's just hilarious how he's designed. Oh shoot. Oh. There we go. Oof. Oh, okay. I thought he was totally invincible when he's invisible. I say that 3 times fast. Jeez. Oh, come on. Almost there. Come on, I'm so close to. There we go. Fighting Sigma or Ultron. We're not playing Marvel Infinite. There's your answer. No, I was kidding. Let's see. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, it's a weird one. I mean, I think the guy in the background, like in the TVs, I'm pretty sure is like the main villain in this game. So I didn't really like get a good look. Dang. Just chucking fans at these guys? It's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy how fast this guy has a crouch walk. Like, it's like the same speed almost. Alright, I gotta get out of here because all these grenades are getting me killed. Like, look how fast this crouch walk is, man. It's crazy. It's so good. Like, you can just low profile everything. Yeah, I mean, he could definitely be, like, the character to speedrun with, too. Actually, yeah, I think his crouch walk is faster than his standing walk. Which is crazy. Oh, now these guys can actually, like, attack me ducking. Oh, come on. No! Yeah, like, these mechs can only be attacked from behind. Or by throw, but... yeah, this character doesn't exactly have a great throw. God, his crouch walk is so fast. This is probably an energy pack, so definitely need that. The dangers of AI. What was he saying in that? Actually, hold on one sec. I just realized like I'm missing something from my layout here. That's well, wait, did I hide it? That's weird. I don't know why that happened. Oh well, just streaming things. Yeah, I mean, you can totally make an army out of them. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Damn, my blaster meter was like almost full too. Jeez. Yeah. I mean, honestly, like, I don't know. We'll see what Marvel really wants to do with that game. Because really, as far as I'm concerned, like, the reason why the game did as badly as it did is it has to be because of them. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm sure, like, I know, like, how, like, I don't know, it's hard to really, like, articulate this. But, like, I don't really like the way that Capcom designs their, you know, their fighters. Like, to me, they haven't put out a, you know, a really good one since, you know, 01, right, with CBS 2. Like, because I mean, don't get me wrong, like, I tried, you know, Marvel 3, tried Street Fighter 4, you know, back when, you know, those were relevant, and I mean, well, popular, I guess, and I wasn't enjoying them, right? And as far as like Infinite being rebranded, it's just, I don't know, like I think there's like a ton of things that they needed to do with that game, right? Like, I definitely feel like it was a rush product. Like, I don't think there's any like real way to debate the contrary on that. Now, if they had gotten that out around the time that like Avengers 3 came out, then yeah, it would have done a lot better. Because I mean, really, all that was it was basically like an advertisement for the MCU. You know, it's really all it was at the end of the day for Capcom and Marvel. Well, at least in Marvel's eyes, I should say. So, I mean, I always hear people talking about how the gameplay is probably the best in the series, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know, whenever I look at Infinite, I just think, like, why don't I just play Marvel 1, right? Like, it's a 2-on-2 fighter, and I mean, yeah, Marvel 1, the assists are limited, but, you know, it's whatever. So, I mean, as far as these rumors are concerned, I'll have to see, like, what's actually happening. Like, if they're gonna reveal, I don't know when this reveal was supposed to happen. Like, if it was supposed to be like if it's supposed to be like a Capcom Cup this year or something like that. We'll see what happens. Like, I'm not gonna get my hopes up. You know, chances are I'm probably just gonna stick with Marvel 2. You know, because I haven't really had much faith in the series after that, you know. So we'll see what happens. I mean, hopefully they bring back the X-Men, if anything, because as far as I'm concerned, Disney has the rights back to them. Actually, I mean, it's weird too with the way they license all those characters out, because I don't know. I think Disney has the film rights to the X-Men, but I don't know if they have the video game rights to the X-Men yet. You know, so, because I mean, you know, how are you gonna really take out Wolverine, who's been in every single game in the Versus series up until Infinite? He was in there from Coda all the way through, you know, Marvel 3. Like, he's a fan favorite character. And to take him out, like, I mean, I don't understand why people are underestimating, like, the value of some of those characters that were omitted. Like, they were there for a reason. Like, they were household names as far as superheroes go. You know? I mean, like, the Capcom side, like, they already had, like, most of their staples, you know? Like, Strider, you had Ryu. I mean, as far as adding more, like, Street Fighter characters, I mean, I guess you can, like, knock yourselves out. You know, they're totally at liberty to do so because it's, you know, their IP. Well, Capcom's IP. I don't know. Like, that whole thing is just... That whole, like, situation, that whole game was just, like, kind of a mess. Right? Like, as soon as I saw it announced, like, I saw that announced trailer, I was like, I'm not gonna get my hopes up. So, we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm not sure that I'll really, you know, get a change of heart if they, like, actually do make a whole new game and try to basically retcon Infinite. But we'll see. I don't know. I can't guarantee whether or not I'll be super excited for it. Yeah, so... Yeah, a lot of obvious stuff went wrong with Infinite when that came out, so... You know, hopefully, if Capcom actually does desire to create a new entry in the series, whether it be, you know, a Marvel 5 or a way of retconning Infinite. You know, hopefully they learn, you know, make something that's, you know, just as easy on the eyes as it is, you know, on the fingers as far as gameplay is, you know, concerned. Like, honestly, like, it would be nice to see some of the Capcom characters that were in TBC in a Marvel game, you know? Like, you know, TBC was the only time you really saw Alex outside of Street Fighter 3. I mean, you had Capcom Fighting Jam, whatever. But I mean, you had that, you had Alex, you had Batsu from Rival Schools. Who else? I'm not sure that I would really, like, you know, care to see Volna in the game, but I mean, like, you know, at least it was a different form of Mega Man. You know. Ah, there we go. Oof, man, that was rough. Yeah, I mean, Marvel 3 definitely had a more diverse roster on the Capcom side. For sure. Oh my god, yes! Got him. Interesting. Let's see here. I mean, it was weird that, like, Marvel 3 just didn't get any more DLC after Jill and Shuma. But I mean, that was around the time that all the licensing issues were happening, so but I mean, like, yeah, Marvel's been having that issue since around the time Marvel 2 came out. That's why, like, the PS2 and the original Xbox re-release were in such limited runs, like limited quantities. It was because, like, Marvel had already well, Capcom was already losing rights to a lot of the Marvel characters. And around that time, Marvel went bankrupt, and so they were selling some of those characters off. Yeah, I mean, it's funny too because it's like Shuma's been around, like, that character's been in so many games, but it's like nobody really knows, you know, anything about Shuma or like the Chaos Dimension, you know. So he's just such a weird, like, inclusion, but I mean, like, I don't know, I guess he has his own fan base. I'm trying to, like, grab this thing. Oh, shoot. Alright, let's see if that helps. Really? Oh, man. Gotta love hitboxes, man. Yeah, tentacle fan base. Is this like the end of the game? Or at least close to it? Oh, shoot. Yeah, this is gonna be rough. Goodness. Oof. Damn, he's got Bison Slide? Wow. Ooh, nice. Jeez, man. Alright, so that's not an option for me. Ooh, almost had it. Should have pressed the button a little bit later on the jumping. Is Shuma a Doctor Strange villain? That's interesting. Yeah, I don't really, I don't know a ton about Doctor Strange, so... Jesus. This guy's got Bison Slides. Wow. Okay, I thought I would have countered it or something. Ooh. Oh, shoot. Oh! Oh, wow. I think I only need to kill one of these guys, too. It's killing both. Fuck. No, come on. That was so close. This was probably like the second to last stage, too. Yeah. I mean, I tried, like, I remember playing Vanilla Marvel 3. And then, like, I couldn't really get into it. The only reason I invested any money in Ultimate was because Strider was going to be in it. So I was like, man. Because at the time, like, I was just starting Marvel 2, and that was around the time I was playing, like, Strider Doom a lot. So I was like, oh man, like, Strider's in the game? Like, that's a done deal. Like, I'm definitely down to give this game another shot. And then, yeah, I still just couldn't, make myself a fan of that engine. Oof. Jeez. Alright. Yeah, if anything, we'll try Kunoichi again. Because at least then I can throw. Oof. Yeah, she's a little bit slower. But Can't do that. I think there's a parry mechanic in this game. I can't remember. I remember doing it once before. I think you have to use the jump button. Move. Oh, they travel back in time to fight. Alright, let's see. Yeah, it's definitely easier to go low on these guys. So, let's try it out. Ah, man, come on. I mean, my health is still pretty decent, but I can't afford to get hit anymore right now. Oh my god. Come on. Jeez. Yeah, it's hard to, like, get these guys to stay on one side of the screen. Oh, nice. Oh man, jumped too early. Oh well. It's jeez, yeah, it's already like 11:53 over here. So I think I should probably sign off for now. Let's see what's going on. Ah, shoot. Yeah, Comic Books Explained is really good, actually. I watched some of his stuff. I enjoy it, so it makes things easier, so I don't have to, you know, invest in books all the time. But yeah, I think I will be signing off now. Thanks you guys for watching. I appreciate that a lot. And yeah, I doubt I'll be streaming tomorrow, but Thursday I'll definitely be going up with some Marvel 2. Hopefully I can get a decent sized room going, private lobby, so I will post on YouTube and Twitter and all that stuff ahead of time, so you guys know what's up. And yeah, I will catch you all next time. Have a good night.